June 5th, 2020. I'm going to take you through today's workout. Today's workout is for time. You're going to start with a 400 meter run, followed by 27 thrusters and pull-ups, then back out on the 400 meter run, and you're going to decrease by 3 reps each set. So you're going to go to 24 thrusters and pull-ups. Then you're going to go back on the 400 meter run, 21 thrusters, 21 pull-ups, run again, 18 thrusters, 18 pull-ups, run again, 15 thrusters and 15 pull-ups. So you're going to run for a total of 4 times, and you're going to be completing, you're going to be decreasing the reps on the thrusters and pull-ups by 3, starting at 27. The weight on the barbell is going to be a 95-pound barbell for men, 65-pound barbell for women, and we're going to go through some other options for scaling if you have minimal equipment or if you're doing this workout bodyweight. So for our warm-up, we're going to prep, okay, and just get the body ready. So we're going to go for a 200 meter run, which should be about a minute of running. So we're going to go 200 meter run, then we're going to come back and do 15 air squats. Air squats, we want to focus on what your legs are doing today because we do have thrusters. We're just going to sit our hips back, bend our knees out, keep our back flat, and then come back to the stand. So we're just going to squat all the way down and stand up. Try to take these air squats pretty pretty slow so that you can get into good position and stretch and warm up. So we're going to go through 2 sets, 200 meter run, 15 air squats, and then we'll stretch out a little bit. So on our stretch, we're going to bounce back and forth with each leg 2 or 3 times. We're not going to hold this position, we're just going to bounce. This is Spider-Man, about 2 or 3 times. Then from here, we're going to get our body on the ground, and we're just going to go back and forth 2 or 3 times with Scorpion. Then we're going to get on our back. Same idea. We are going to do iron cross 2 or 3 times each side. Back the other way. Right side did 2 each. We're going to try to do 2 or 3 each side. Then you're going to get into a doorway and try to stretch your pec. Do a doorway stretch each side. And then if you can get onto a bar and hang a little bit and stretch out, okay? Otherwise, just do some arm circles if you can't hang from the pull bar. Okay, so to prep this workout, we are using a 95-pound barbell for the thruster. That could be very challenging. This is going to be a lot of reps. It's over 100 reps, and just slightly over 100 reps. So just keep that in mind when choosing your weight. Is it ideal to do the 27 reps unbroken? Not necessarily. You may want to break that up into to 2 or 3 sets. The 24, same thing. Maybe the same thing for the 21. And then once you get to 18 and 15, you're going to be pretty taxed, especially out on the run. We're really challenging the cardiorespiratory system with that run. So you're probably going to break these sets up. So my advice to you is try to break those up into 2, maximum 3 sets with each cycle for the thrusters. So use that as a guide when choosing your weight. So now for the thruster, we're going to get the barbell on our shoulders. Okay, we're going to try to maintain a grip on the bar with our elbows up as high as possible. Not that loose fingertip grip that we're looking for in that front squat. Feet shoulder width apart, we're going to squat all the way down, stand, and aggressively shoot the hips, and finish with a strong press. Okay, once again, full squat, stand, and punch. So again, that's with the barbell today. If you don't have barbells, we want to use a dumbbell. So with the dumbbell, we're going to on our shoulders, just like we did with the thruster, with the barbell. So we're just going to squat, and again, punch the sky. Squat, and punch. If you have one dumbbell, get that dumbbell into the front rack position, full squat, stand and punch. And the same idea with the kettlebells. If you have 2 kettlebells, we're going to have 2 kettlebells in the front rack, or we can use 1 kettlebell for the squat and punch. Pull-ups today. We're looking at kip. Okay, if you did Murph and you did RX or even with the vest, you should be okay. You should be good to go on this workout. So we're looking for kipping pull-ups. If you have something to hang from, try to get from the bar, and try to kip on the way over. If kipping is challenging or you don't have something stable, we're going to do something like a straight pull-up. Okay, we're looking for that full lockout at the bottom, chin over bar at the top. So some scaling options. For this one, we want to maybe think about the math. Okay, you're doing 5 sets. You're doing 5 sets of pull-ups. So divide your pull-ups in 5. If you think 100 is going to be a lot of volume, a lot of reps, so maybe take 50 reps and just divide that and do, a set of 10 with each set. Okay, just to give you an idea. But you can start by decreasing the rep. The next step is going to be maybe something like a 90-degree pull-up, where you actually don't go all the way down. Okay, so if you watch me from this side, so I'm going to start with my chin over the bar, bring myself to about 90 degrees, and then pull back up 90 degrees at the elbow. Okay. Something else you can do is a jumping pull-up, where you jump and pull yourself over the bar. Okay. Today we don't want to use bands. If you have bands, that's great. Use that on Mondays when we practice our pull-ups for those 30 reps. But if you don't have a band, just go to the next scale. So the next thing you can do is get into a door jam. Okay, if you get into a door jam, then you can pull yourself and do doorway rows. Right, that's always good. If you have the ability to do ring rows, okay, these are always good too, where you're pulling yourself up. Okay, but if you don't have anything like that, we're going to go down to dumbbell rows. I want to make sure the dumbbells are heavy for a set of 10. Okay, punch over, and you're just going to pull straight up. Okay, so those are the pull-ups. And then the running's running. Okay, so you're just going to run out there on the street. We want about 400 meters. We want about maybe about 2 to 4 minutes, 2 to 2.5 minutes of running. So once again, that's for time. You're going to do 27, 24, 21, 18, 15 reps of the thrusters and pull-ups, starting with a 400-meter run before each set. Now, once you're done with that workout, we're going to catch our breath and we're going to do some core. So the hollow rocks. So we're going to try to get down to a hollow position. So in the hollow position, what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up off the ground. You're going to crunch your abs and lift your upper back off the ground. This should start to get this all dialed in. And then you're going to pick your feet up and point your toes. If you're able to get your hands overhead, go for it. But if you start to get your back on the ground by lifting your head and you extend your back, that's no good. You need to push your lower back into the ground. From here, you're going to bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to do a total of 50 reps. Every time you break, so let's say you do 15 reps and you feel tired and you start to fatigue, you're going to take a break. You're going to take a look at your clock and you're going to hold a Superman or an Ironman hold. So a Superman is going to be with your hands in front of you. This is a little challenging, especially if you struggle overhead position. So the next step would be to do an Ironman, okay? We're really focusing on our glutes, hamstrings, and our lower back on this one. So kind of the opposite of the hollow rocks. So we're going to stabilize that for about 30 seconds. So again, 50 hollow rocks. Every time you take a break, you want to get onto the ground and do Ironmans. If you are really good at hollow rocks and you're able to do 50 in a row, just spend some time afterwards in that Ironman or Superman position to work out your back. So that's today's workout. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, text me, call me, and don't forget to post your scores on Bodyweight. Have a good one.